Hey there, so today we have another review. Just had to reshoot for this one. I haven't even tasted it yet, but this is from Infinite Ale Works. So this is actually local. They're from Ocala, which is about an hour and a half northwest of Orlando. And I mean, small town, right? Not a big town, but Belgian focused. And I think they've opened for almost like a decade. It's just crazy. Um, cool. Good for them. Belgian-based brewery, sort of small town, northwest of Orlando, just West, I guess they call it West Florida. So West Florida, you know what, what's out that way? I think have I even been there? Maybe I think once, maybe. Um, so yeah, good for them. This is West Floridian Christmas. This is a Belgian Abbey style quadruple. Yeah, Belgian style Abbey, yeah. And then so this is they're taking quad, but then it meets cranberry, clove, star anise, allspice, cinnamon, vanilla. Interesting. I think they found this one on the shelf. It's pretty cool to see this kind of stuff on the shelf. Belgian-based brewery in West Florida. Geez, who would have guessed? Beer comes in medium brown color. You get a tan head on it, not huge head actually. Yeah, I don't know if this guy's can conditioner or not, but like it doesn't seem like it doesn't really pour well. So that's one of the unfortunate things when you do Belgian beer. You really have, so much of it is the digestibility of the carbonation, but on the nose, super spicy. It just doesn't. I mean, this is a West Floridian take on quad, so spices definitely overly dominate. All that Christmassy stuff, that clove, allspice, what is it? Clove, allspice, star anise for days, all that. You get a little bit of that kind of like prune thing, and that kind of like stewed red, purple fruit thing from the quad. But geez, yeah, I mean that's a Christmas ale. I mean the quad base, yeah. Not bad. This guy's 11% by the way, so really dangerous. Elevated alcohol, pretty elevated alcohol. A little bit more bumped up than most quads you're gonna find. The carb is just it's so flat and it doesn't really move around. And then there's a lack of like it's so spicy, like all that bark flavor, like all that clove and star anise just sits on the palate. Nothing scrubs it away. I find there's not enough like sweet. Obviously, they dried out this beer really nicely trying to make a quad, but then they overly spiced it. Um, so it just tastes like drinking like like herbs, like medicine, right? Like Eastern medicine, right? Um, oh man, I really want to try this brewery out and give them a chance. Like they've been crushing it. They have a cute YouTube channel where they talk about their downtown in Ocala and they show their tap room. They have like 30 taps and they've opened up a new location. Cool stuff for them. But oof, again, I don't know if they can do it in cans, but you have to pump up the volumes of CO2 to really get that kind of like carb that you get from quad. But then that spicing, I mean, I could smell it a mile away. It was going to be too much. And it's way too much. I mean, it's so heavily handed. Like I wouldn't even tell someone to drink a flight of this. It's just like, oh, you better like those spices, like, or eat it with food or something. I mean, like, you have to pair this with food or something that really help complement those spices, but or at least contrast with those spices because super too heavy. This really is actually quite drinkable. It's not very fusel for 11%. I bet the quad would actually taste pretty decent if they bumped up the carb a little bit, but that spicing is way too dominant. I mean, what do you give her some rating for something that's pretty much undrinkable? I'll give them another shot, but that just tastes like herb water. I mean, that was that. You know what that actually sort of tastes like? Like bitters. It tastes like bitters. Like if you're okay with bitters, um, sure. I sort of like bitters, so this is crazy that I'm like not enjoying this as much. But I feel bitters are generally a little bit more balanced too. Well, bitters are used in cocktails, right? Like they have a context around them. You usually don't just drink bitters, like just drink Angostura to your face, right? It's used in cocktails. Bitter flavor's okay, but it's just again, it just doesn't have like some. It's hard to say. How do you describe this? I like bitter things, but in the context of what this is, I keep wanting a quad with some spices to it, and really what it tastes like is if you're trying to make a bitters inspired beer, but then like a bitters inspired beer, the bitters are used in a cocktail, right? So you probably want to use this in context with mixing with something else. I wouldn't drink it straight up. So either way, yeah, whatever. A lot of words to say for like something that tastes unfortunate. 70. Let's go 70. Okay. Infinite Ale works. I'll give you guys another try. West Floridian Christmas. That doesn't work. Don't try it.